There's so many hot topics right now. It's
Talk
crazy.
to me, girl. That's what we're here for.
Obviously, data centers. I mean,
Yeah.
data centers are just a hot mess. We should have had more buy-in from that community. It's not that they're against data centers, but getting slapped in the face with one and, oh, by the way, it's going to be twice as tall as we told you. Oh, by the way, there's going to be 5 times as many as we told you. Oh, by the way, there's an overlay that I'm disregarding to go with this bigger one. The IW2, I mean, that's disingenuous.
What is the IW2?
IW2 is the panel of developers and brokers that they put together to make decisions on the future of Frederick County land. Now, why would you have developers? This is why would you?
Yeah, obviously they're going to say, yes, we should do that.
And you know what they decided to do?
What?
Develop.
To what?
Develop everything.
Everything's going through.
Yeah, so that's even having a farcical force put together to help give the administration of Frederick County some advice.
Yeah.
But packing it with people who are going to line their own pockets, this is not acceptable behavior by government at all. And then MPRP, the lackluster response by our county executive has been really unfortunate, just really unfortunate.
Well, I would love to have more information about that. So maybe if you don't mind, you can send me any links to any articles about what's going on, and I will put that in the comments down here for you guys. So if you want to look more into that on your own and go down the rabbit hole, which is what I'm probably going to do after this. Right. But I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring you here to bring up some of those topics. I'm pretty aware. I don't feel like I live under a rock. I don't know any of the stuff you're talking about that's going on.
Yeah, these are all really... They're kind of hot topics.
That's a huge problem. I mean,
the procurement disparity study that they haven't even really unveiled except to give a copy. It's been ready for over a year. They had the opportunity to move at it, and they refused to do so. And now they're claiming like it's going to take 2 more years to implement. If they wanted a program, they could have had it years ago. And I told them that, and I gave them the method for that. They didn't want it.
Let's talk about what is the method? What would you do?
Oh, okay. So anything under $50,000, according to the procurement code of Frederick, is open to, basically it's open to the agencies under the purview of the Office of Procurement and Contracting. So that could easily be 100% swayed to small, local, minority businesses. I mean, you could absolutely do that with not even the stroke of a pen, just starting to enforce it. It was never done. It wasn't even considered because they want a bigger program. So they run this study that we know we don't have the data for, and they pay an exorbitant amount of money and an incredible amount of time to pour it into this disparity study, which you have to have this study in order to get legislation to support a program. But early on, we knew we were not going to hit the amount of data that we needed. You can't just you can't say a subset, if you know anything about statistics, if you have only 1% of the population represented, you can't say that it speaks for a population. Sure. You have to have like an actual percentage portion. We weren't unable to get it. It was really hard. Our old contracts did not require vendors that were awarded to keep subcontractor information, so we couldn't extract it from that. We can go back and ask them as a favor, hey, 10 years ago you did a contract with us. Do you have any information? No, right?
Why would they?
So it wasn't written in the contract. We had a really hard time finding it. We dug up as much as we could. We simply could not hit those thresholds, which means not that you can't go forward with some kind of program, but you can't hit the big points. You can't really direct money with that program. But even that being said, you could have started a small business initiative at any time. It wasn't done. So there's a lot of whitewashing right now of county government and trying to make it look like things have happened and things have taken place. The only real thing that's happened in the tenure of our current county executive is higher taxes.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah.
I think we all feel that.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner and a single mom, and trust me, like, I don't own a house, so I have no write-offs. You know, I don't have that write-off at all for a mortgage. So unless I want to have a whole bunch of overhead costs that I don't need and find ways to spend money just so I have write-offs, basically I'm owing, thousands and thousands of dollars a month in taxes every month. And I don't have thousands to hand over. I'm like, this is insane. So I can't be the only one feeling the pinch. I think everybody, and that's one of the reasons why I was motivated to do this, is to try and create some exposure, to try and bring in people and give them a free place to speak about whatever they want to talk about. But I was, instantly drawn to you when I met you. I felt you had like some kind of, just like a vibe. I feel like some people have a vibe, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, she's got good energy. it's hard to find. I think it's hard to find politicians that feel authentic.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are just saying what they think people need to want to hear you say, and la la la.
Well, there's going to be plenty
get
that
me
you
elected,
don't want
get
me to
me
say.
elected,
Right.
but I would like some transparency. I would like some
That's like
education.
the heart. Yes, the heart of everything is transparency, and we lost it with charter government. Frankly, it just walked away. But there's ways to bring it back. They just have chosen not to do that. And speaking of the pinch, I was going to tell you, electric bills are another thing. This is going to be data center driven. Right now, it's more Governor Moore driven, but it's going to be data center driven shortly. And also, why is Frederick in the middle of a drought, and yet the data centers are going to have unlimited water going through them? So we're not balancing very well. And this is I mean, Down County has a real problem with data centers. Now, Up County, I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's no big deal." It's kind of like, well, it's not my problem. It's not in my backyard yet.
Right.
Yet.
Not yet.
Right. So
One person I heard speak about data centers is Chris Burnett.
yes.
He had some really great ideas that me as a complete like outsider looking in, I was like, that actually makes sense to me. I don't know anything about data centers, but he taught me a lot in about 5 minutes. He's very well spoken
He's
about it and
he's
very
such a great
educated on the
candidate.
topic. So go check out, I think his website is Burnett for Congress, I believe,
Yeah.
something like that. I'll put a link to that down here too. Shout out to Chris. But his influence was pretty heavy in the room I was in, talking about taking old, run down like warehouses and old industrial parks and stuff and renovating those spaces that are already kind of, they're already ruined. They don't have beautiful farmland.
Instead of taking the farmland,
Instead of
right?
taking farmland, why not take an old industrial site and renovate that?
And hold the data centers accountable for the electricity that they'll use and the water that they're going to use. Tell me how you're going to do this, because
Right.
you're not taking it from the citizens. Now
Yeah.
you're looking at Loudoun County. They're raving about, oh my goodness, they got a 39%, I think it was. I might be making up a number there. Reduction in their taxes, but their electricity went up over 80%. So you're not balancing it out. So this revenue of money is going to be going into water treatment plant. It's
I was
going
going
to be
to say it's
going
just
into
going from one pocket to another.
and it's not going to the people.
Right.
The people have been robbed, and it's not going back to the people. And so any talk about this, and I'll tell you, Chris Burnett, unfortunately for Chris, he's up against these two powerhouses,
I
Trone and
know.
Delaney, right? The multi-millionaires, maybe billionaires, fighting it out amongst themselves to see who can buy this section of Maryland, because they don't even live there. They don't even live there. They just want to buy a section, and they think that people are going to vote for them because I think they think that the voters of this area are sheeple, and they are not.
I would
It's
love
just
to see
really
like a whole bunch
unfortunate.
of like John Deere tractors come with shit spreaders,
Yeah.
Just putting the idea out there, guys. If you really want to stop these people, why don't you just bring a couple of shit spreaders
The
out
millionaires,
and paint the
yeah.
town, bro? Like, we need a real change in
Like
people.
Chris Burnett, he's
Seriously.
grassroots, and he has a heart for this area.
Yeah.
He has an actual plan.
I love it. And I really, like I said, I never met him before that night. I met him at one of the local, what was it? A conservative club meeting. And he spoke there at the VFW, and I was like, wow, that is so sensible. And it's not like he's saying we don't need data centers. We do need data. We are going to need this technology, people. If you think that we're not going to need it, you're completely living under a rock, because every single device uses it. Every Siri device, every Amazon Alexa, every single smart
if you're listening
TV.
to this, you're using it
Yeah,
now.
every single piece of technology requires data centers, everything. And the more we have smart things, smart vacuums, smart everything, it requires more data, because all those things have technology that
Right.
requires some kind of GPS, some kind of communication, Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah. So if we're going to keep building this network, we have to find a way to support it. So saying we don't want it isn't going to work. That's not going to work.
And the other argument I heard, and this is a great one, someone said, we need less AI because it's going to like take over. And then the counter argument to that is, no, we need more AI to fight back against AI, right? So, I mean, either way, you've got it coming and going, but we just need to be honest with the taxpayers. We need to be honest
Yes.
with them. We need to tell them about it, and we need to let them help us make decisions that are going to be in the best interest of everyone. If we'd have taken Carroll County or Carroll Manor into account up front, we probably would not be in the situation we are right now. We didn't take anything into account. We let them build right up to the line. I mean, there's just...
Yeah.
Have you been down there? Have you taken a tour and taken a drive?
I've seen
through?
lots of pictures, and I looked at it on Google Maps and stuff, and it's crazy, but I should drive through there and get some video to put in this video and pop in here so you guys can see it. But I have a drone.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
if I disappear after this episode, you know where I went. I'm with Epstein somewhere.